Hey everyone, welcome back to Cruise class. In today's lesson, we'll be looking at a calculus topic known as limits. Now, limits is usually the first thing you learn, or one of the first things you learn when carrying out any calculus course. And calculus in general is a course that is based on the foundation of graphs and graphical representation. However, limits is a basic topic when we're dealing with calculus. So this is an introduction to limits and what a limit actually is. Now, to understand what a limit is, and before we can even go on to calculate limits, we need to understand it from a graphical standpoint first. Now here we have a graph. We have our y-axis, we have our x-axis, we have our function or our line, the green line here. This is our function. We have a dotted line to represent a y value of L, and we have a dotted line to represent a x value of A. Now what a limit is, it simply means a certain point that you basically reach. Once you reach that point, you have reached your limit. Now, in this case, we see the A line. Now we're going to approach this A line. We're going to approach it from the left. When we approach it from the left, we get closer to a specific y value of L. And when we approach the same A line from the right, we get closer to the same y value of L. So approaching the x value of A from the left and from the right, we get closer to the same y value, which is L. So this simply means that this y value of L is the limit of this function as we approach A from the left or the right. Once more, if we approach A from the left, we get closer to L. If we approach A from the right, we get closer to L. So therefore, L is the limit of the function here as we approach A from the left or the right. And once more, a limit is specific to a point. In this particular example, the point is A, right? Now, in limit notation, we see here, this is how a limit is usually represented. So this literally means the limit as x approaches A from the left or the right of the function is equal to L. So this is basically a notation of what the words down here are representing. The limit as x approaches A from both sides is L. And this can be summarized by writing it in the notation as we see here. So this is basically what a limit is and how it can be represented graphically. So we'll be doing further videos calculating different limits and seeing how we can manipulate limits some more. So this has been Cruise class and this has been limits. Calculus has now begun.